Hello, I'm talking again about the book, The End of the World, that I wrote. The End of the World, about prophecies revealed. Now, this next chapter is on Satan's attempts to silence the truth. So, just trying to bring out a lot of lies. Satan tries to silence the truth. Some people are saying not to read this book because I didn't use the King James version of the Bible. The King James was intentionally designed to silence the true translations that were coming out from the original Hebrew and Greek. King James persecuted the Christians in England. The Puritans came over on the Mayflower. They had the Geneva Bible. They exposed Catholicism. Let's see. 1963, the Bible and prayer were taken out of schools in the United States. It was outlawed under Catholic President Kennedy, but Kennedy was actually fighting against him. He was trying to expose him, but he got assassinated. One world education is a goal of the New World Order being used to program their agenda. So they're actually trying. If you look at the Millennium Development Goals at the United Nations, one of them is one world is global education. What that really means is brainwashing. They're trying to brainwash everybody into a Platonian philosophy. The ancient philosopher Plato, the ancient philosopher Plato, he tried to, his whole idea of government was that the children should be taught by the state, that the women are property of the community, that there should be no man living at the home, that the children shouldn't even know who their fathers are. And that's what they're trying to make the world into now. They're trying to, the New World Order agenda is trying to break down the family structure that God set up in order so that they can program people, and they try to program people from an early age. So they don't want the men living in the home. They don't want strong families. They don't want families that know God. They want to be able to brainwash the children into becoming slaves. They want to break down the family structure, and so they promote the homosexual agenda. They promote drugs and all this other stuff. They mark the reason why you're allowed to have these parades in the streets for immorality. Immorality is allowed to be paraded is because the world leaders at the top are the ones supporting this stuff. They're the ones that are paying for it, and they want it to happen. They put it on the media. They promote it. One world education is a goal of the New World Order. Okay, peer pressure is used to control people. Psychology, talking about all the psychological institutions where they have traumatized and tormented people, and psychological, and just the fact that if a person gets used to, at one point when a person got sent away, they were just ostracized from society forever. So people were always afraid to not go along with what society was teaching. And Edward Bernays in the early 1900s was a nephew of Sigmund Freud. Edward Bernays was called the father of modern day propaganda. He's the one who coined the term for the Council on Foreign Relations. Back in 1917, Edward Bernays, he was expert in using the television media to try to get people to move the mass herds into programmed behaviors, and he used New World Order businesses and promoted New World Order businesses products through movies and radio and magazines and whatnot, and so Edward Bernays was also promoting the ideas. He was on both sides of wars. They were promoting propaganda and everything that was on the media. And they had different strategies on both sides in different nations, and to get the people to think a certain way, act a certain way, in order to control the world, the wars the way they wanted the wars to go. And Edward Bernays was an expert at coining slogans. They used words for meanings. They used double meanings and hidden meanings and things in words. And so you can study about all that in marketing programs in college, but you can learn about Edward Bernays, and I have links to him in the book. And let's see. The CIA used mind control programs such as LSD. They were experimenting with LSD on people. Dr. Ewan Cameron was doing it in mental institutions and psychological institutions, hospitals in Canada. He was being paid by basically by the Jesuits in Rome. It was the Roman Empire running the whole thing, but the CIA was created at the end of World War II, and all the mind control scientists from Germany, from the Nazis, were brought over to, and from Spain, were brought over to the United States to continue their experiments under the CIA program. The CIA is basically, money goes into the CIA and disappears. Dr. Walter Freeman was the name of the guy that was going around with ice picks and performing lobotomies on people, cutting up their brains from going through their nose and cutting up their brains. And he was going around in an RV camper doing this all over the place, and he did brain lobotomies on people. The mass media is used to make people think they can do anything they want without God and without consequences. So there's underlying brainwashing going on, subliminal messaging going on, and everything that's on TV. They're trying to get you to think that everything about Jesus Christ and about the Bible is something to be mocked, and are trying to get you to follow false religion, and they're trying to get you to believe that you can do anything you want without God. Yeah, that's what it's. It's all imaginary stuff on TV, and they try to get you to believe it's real. Some people believe that stuff on TV is real. What else do we got going on here? And they hide. Everything in there has an agenda. It has an agenda behind it because the New World Order leaders are running this stuff. Let's see. What else is in here? Religions and governments teach people to avoid the Bible, sometimes under severe penalties. Cults pretending to be Christian tell people that the Bible is not as superior as their own books, or they tell people that they can't understand the Bible unless they have someone interpreting it for them. So they try to get you to avoid the Bible through false teachings. The Vatican and other religions have killed people for teaching the truth of the Bible and leading people to Jesus Christ all throughout history. Anyone who successfully exposes the Vatican or the Jesuits as the architects of the demonic New World Order becomes a target. The Jesuits are trained to infiltrate and to even kill at the Pope's command, at their superior's command. Okay, and what else do we got? So they're not trying to silence the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. This book is going to tell you a lot of stuff that they're hiding. You can look all this stuff up and see that it's true. Mind control techniques used by the CIA. They were developed during the Nazis, called monarch mind control techniques. They involve yoga is also involved in Eastern yoga is a form of demon possession. They get you to be demon possessed through excuse me, through yoga techniques. They try to make you think it's for health when you first get into it, but it's deceptive. You end up getting spirit guides. Those who are in it for a long time know that you get a spirit guide. But the monarch mind control techniques involved here, it is trauma, drugs, peer pressure, and hypnosis. So it's stuff that's been used by New World Order leaders throughout history. What else we got in here? Fear and hostility are instilled through mass media and educational systems in order to condition people to willingly accept the coming New World Order, to surrender their freedoms, and to accept the implantable tracking and mind control chips. So they're programming you to accept all that stuff. Wherever the Bible is freely... I just turn the TV off, personally. I don't even watch it. I don't even have anything to do with the TV. Wherever the Bible is freely read and proclaimed, people live in freedom. Wherever the Bible is outlawed, freedoms are trampled. Okay, so we need to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ in order to set people free. The truth, Jesus Christ said, the truth, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. If you turn to Jesus, you'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. It's a personal relationship with Him. You don't have to go through some priest or church or anything. It's a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. The Bible talks about putting on the full armor of God in order to fight the fight of the faith. Okay. But anyway, so that's that chapter. There's a lot of ways that Satan is trying to silence the truth. And so go ahead and read the book. You get a lot of detail. I'm just kind of skimming over things here. So see you in the next video.